Jacob. 41.
540s. 8 plus
540. 540. Wait, 5.
Can you do it there?
Give me whatever it is you have. You have sharp things. Put them somewhere else in your pocket. And sit down.
540s. And 8 40s equals 15 40s. And okay, and then this is I think freaking Jacob wrote this. And then this is 3 4s minus 2 7s equals.
Take a deep breath.
I know it's your turn, Andrew.
Yeah. You need to do something.
Now give me a go. Call A.
Leo, don't touch that while you're presenting,
I
please.
can't read your own handwriting. It's not mine.
They all worked on it. Eric, let's keep our comments to ourselves right now.
No, this one right here.
What is that? 21, 28 equals 28 equals 28. 10 and 2. It's 12, 28. 12, 21, 28. 12, 24, 28. Equals 11, 2.
Okay. So, Andrew, would you please read the subtraction problem again for us, nice and loud? And I want everybody to be thinking about the subtraction problem and see what you think. I want you to think about it. What do you wonder and you notice about it? Girls, you're not being respectful right now. Please make a better choice. Andrew, do you need the microphone?
No.
Okay.
I'm getting a 3/4 of money and just cost 2/4. How much money?
Okay, so was that the addition problem?
Does anybody have a pencil?
Sure. No, it's the subtraction because it says how much it is.
Pencil.
Oh, how much does he have left? Okay, thank you.
How much money does he have?
Money.
Boys. So, despite the spelling, that's okay. I want you guys to think about, does this word problem make sense to you? Could you solve it? Could you help them out? Could you explain their thinking? Turn to your neighbor right now and tell them what's going on with this word problem. How would you like to change it or add to it? Right, physically turn to the person next to you. Eric, tell me, why does it, I heard you say this doesn't make sense. What doesn't make sense about it? Okay, how could you change that? Okay, so but what if their handwriting, he read it how it was supposed to be read, right? They've got monies, they've got 3/4 of money, and it costs 2/7 money for gas.
Jacob, how'd you get 40?
Is that, can I solve that?
No,
Yeah?
I think I know. They didn't partition, so they have partition.
Oh, they didn't partition it. Ah, okay.
this paper is how they didn't do it right.
Okay.
I think they just
Okay, so let's help them out. Let's see if, okay.
You didn't even do nothing. You were just sitting there doing this. See, that's what you did.
Like that.
Can you guys discuss the math for a minute? Okay, so, okay, would you guys be willing to share that out loud with them? Okay, hold on. Okay. All right, let's come together and let's, you know what? You guys are going to get extra perseverance points, okay? So this is not a attack on each other. We need to learn from this, right? That's why we're doing this, is so that we can make mistakes. We can do it and we can learn from it, right? So Giselle, you said something, and then You know, Eric had some suggestions about the way they're presenting it, and then Anthony, did you guys decide, Anthony was gonna say what you guys were talking about? Okay,
Well, they
Giselle.
they didn't partition their area models, so maybe that's why they got confused on what they were doing.
Okay, yeah, so maybe if they, done the models, that would help them, great, thank you. Eric, can you save, we're gonna save your pointers until the end, and we'll talk about the math, and then you can do some other things for us, okay?
And and I also think that they got 40 as a denominator because I see that they multiply, but like how would they know what number to multiply to get?
Okay, so are you noticing that they only have one set of models, they're only showing the first set of unlike units? And then they went to 40ths instead of maybe 20ths? Okay. It might have helped them if they made that second set.
Like if they got it correct, probably somebody would think that they copied without partitioning it.
Okay, thank you. Anthony,
You can't do fractions with money.
so I can't have 3/4 of money?
Yes, you can.
No, you can't. You have to have cents.
Okay, so that is right, I'd have like out of 100, right? I'd have 50 out of 100, I'd have 50 cents, right?
Who wrote money?
Well, you know, you could have rewritten it, possibly rewritten in a different way, but the way that you worded the problem, it's not a real world problem, right? We don't, I mean, yeah, we could do the math that way. We could take 2 7s from 3 4s, but logically, as a word problem, it's out of place, right? It's not logical. Anna, I'm going to have you add to after Eric. Eric, do you have some pointers for just everybody in general, things that we can do when we're presenting up there? Mm-hmm. Okay.
Oh, what is it? Oh, yeah. You guys have to not get confused with your writing because then it's going to be confusing for everybody else.
Mm-hmm. So maybe being a little bit more tidy with our writing, and understanding what we're going to be saying before we're not blaming anybody. This is for everybody, right? That we're writing, you know, you have your notebooks first, you could write it in your notebooks first, and then put it on the paper. You guys are going to be doing this with iPads Thursday and Friday, right? And so it's going to be a little bit easier because you'll have stylus, but we're going to borrow, the kindergartners are loaning us their iPads. So you guys as partners and groups are going to be doing these on iPads, okay? So it'll be a little bit easier, but it's important to be clear with your modeling as well, right? Try not to touch them. Anna, can you, girls, do you have things to share with them about math? I would love to hear it. Okay. Was what you were talking about math? Okay, please make a different choice. Caitlin and Andrea, do you have something to share with us about math? Okay, can you make a different choice about your speaking right now? Anna, go ahead.
They should be able to read their own handwriting, and they should be able to spell the things correctly and do the math correctly, because that's totally wrong.
But we're still learning, right? And so that's why we're practicing doing it. I agree that if we're working groups of 3, right? This is a group of 3. Many of you are in group of 3 or 2. And each person needs a part on the poster to work on, okay? So maybe we could work out the division of labor a little differently until some of us improve on our handwriting. Or, go through it together so you understand what it is that you're doing. And then when you're presenting, then it makes sense for everybody.
But like the math should be accurate, right? It's a poster about how to do math, so it should be accurate.
Yes, right? But in the process, if there are some things that are inaccurate about it, then we want to bring those out and work on those so that next time we are accurate. So that because not everybody knows it right off straight away, right? From my teaching. And so this is our opportunity to work with each other. And because we each are going to look at it a little bit differently, right? And we have these tools and these strategies that we can use, but we need to have them. We need to work on them. We need to see what works for people so that they do understand it. So so we're making it accurate, right? So going forward, we're going to be, paying attention more to detail and things like that. Anything else we want to add?
Dana has a comment.
Dana, thank you. Sorry, I know you're behind me.
It's probably because they didn't have enough time
So would it be helpful if I came around and made sure that, that I'm checking it, or that you guys are checking each other?
Yeah.
Right? So that when you get up there, and I seem to remember coming in and asking you guys about the money thing.
Yeah.
Saying, can we do that in real life? And you said, yeah, and so you went with it. Right?
No, I didn't say that.
Okay.
Yes, you did.
No, I did not.
You're the one
You're
that
the one that
answered.
was ignoring everybody.
You're the one that answered.
Okay. So working in a group is challenging, right? So we don't always agree, but we're trying to be respectful, and we'll just keep trying to improve on it, okay?